Hey, what's up, guys? Well, I need to take that off the screen real quick before I switch. That's way too bright. Um. Oh, I need to turn my phone down. All right. As the title says, this is life is chaotic. With your host, Chaotic One. And this is episode one. No plan, no itinerary for this episode. It's just gonna be me talking about different things that I've learned throughout life, throughout hard times, throughout being homeless, being a musician, being a veteran, messing a lot of things up, making mistakes, and learning from them and trying to apply what I've learned and help other people. Um, I'm not all knowing. I don't claim to be anybody significant of any standard, but I am a leader. I do have a lot of leadership skills in my, what you say, toolbox of things that I apply to life that I learned in ROTC when I was in the military, college, school, different things of that nature. Um, I've been a musician since 2006. I mean, my mom says ever since I was 5 years old, which would be 92. She says I would freestyle, make things up as a kid about her booby holders. This is kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, it just shows how much of a character I was as a kid. And it's like I see myself in my son, because my son kind of does the same thing about random stuff that he finds around the house. He'll start making up songs or different rhymes to songs he already knows, and that was mainly how I started as a rapper freestylist. Is I would take a lot of songs that I liked but switch the words and make it my own just because I didn't really actually know the actual words sometimes. Or sometimes I was just trying to be goofy and make a song that everybody know into something else, you know. But that's neither here nor there. It's just some fun information. Um, with that being said, there's a lot of things that I've learned in life when it comes to marketing, promoting yourself as an artist, getting shows, um, how to get beats, um, making graphics, making videos, uploading the songs to YouTube, Facebook, everything, copywriting, everything. And now I'm not knowledgeable with everything that goes to copywriting because there's still some stuff that I'm learning as I go, and I don't really have a quote unquote team or anybody backing me when it comes to that type of stuff to make sure that it's done right. But I do feel like I have some really good knowledge on what you can do and how to do it to make sure you are doing it correctly as far as BMI goes. And there's some stuff with that I still need to learn too, with publishing and how that works. It's really interesting. And there's a lot of stuff that you would think it'd be flat out planned out. It would be like, here's what you got to do. First, you got to, and then you got to, which it may be, you just got to find it. And a lot of people that have that knowledge are gatekeeping it. You got to pay for it or some type of, what is it? Promoter. But even then, they may be trying to mess you over, trying to take a percentage of your music. You never know. You got to be careful. And see, that's why I've wanted to do a lot of stuff on my own, learn on my own, trial and error, because I've had a lot of cats in the past do that. Um, Record with me, do a song, then come out and say it's them. Do songs with me, come back, say take them down because this reason or that reason. Um, things of that nature. So it's quite interesting um, how everybody talks about being true and being real and always staying about the team, about the squad. But at the first instance that something comes along, usually something to do with money, girls, or fame, they'll switch on a dime. And I apologize, guys. I had to switch the screen off real quick. My stomach's hurting. I'm trying to situate myself better. I've got stomach issues. It just does not feel best sometimes, but I try to push through it. And that's one thing that limits me upon a lot of my self-own doubt, whether I should keep going, keep doing it. What do I got to do? Should I talk to this artist? Nah, they probably think I suck. A lot of that in the past, and I've grown past that. The main thing now is having money to do stuff, being good in life, set in a place where you can do it as a hobby rather than the main thing. I'm finding. And that's just being real and that's being truthful with myself. And I'm trying to grasp that fact and trying to do so many things to provide the, what is it, side income to be able to do this, to promote my music, to get it out there, to do shows, to work with other artists. But at the same time, be able to support my family, my girlfriend who's been working her butt off and is injured. And it's a constant, am I spending too much time in it or am I not spending enough? You know? And then a lot of it I've learned is just being supportive of other artists who are doing the same thing that you're doing. And I don't know. It's hard sometimes because everybody's got an ego, everybody's got pride, everybody's got a way of thinking about something. And I try to put it to the side a lot of times, but if you're gonna be real, if I'm going to be real, sometimes it gets in the way, and I have to second think about stuff and should I have done that? Am I doing this right? It's interesting as an artist. So, some things that may help you as an artist that you can do starting off that I've learned is get some good material down songwriting wise. Doesn't have to be extravagant, doesn't have to be top metaphors in the world, but at the same time, if you want to stand out, if you want to be unique, that seems to be what a lot of labels, record companies, executives, A&Rs seem to be looking for, is that unique that stands out, but is also has a good work ethic and will always show up on time and be there whenever something is needed. Projects, appearances, promotions, brand deals. And when it really comes down to it, getting a record deal, a label deal, in my opinion, isn't really what is the goal for now. You can do a lot of things, a lot of stuff independent. Um, you have a lot of examples of artists doing it, but the way I've seen it, them do it for example, Tech Nine, if I know this right, and we can look this up on the spot because I don't ever like putting out information that isn't correct when you can just go and look it up and find out. All right, hold on, guys. I'll bring this over to the screen. Not to cuss, in case any kids want to watch this, educate themselves on what to do. That is a big thing with my music and what I'm directing towards now. Not to get distracted from this, we're gonna go back into it, but educating the youth on how to do this music stuff, this business, this as as a business, as a brand, but also to keep them from turning to drugs, violence, gangs, and addiction, which incorporates with drugs, but also to help like with mental health, because music has many different fields, has many different avenues, things that it can be applied to that it can help with. Did my stream just get knocked down? Hold on, guys. What's going on there? Are we still live? I can't tell. Alright, my bad, guys. It seemed like we weren't live. We like cut out. But major aspect, what I'm trying to do with this music, with everything, the brand, life is chaotic. Education for the youth towards music. Um, Keeping them away from violence, drugs, things of that nature. Because I've seen a lot of problems with siblings, people in life that I've met, homeless people being on the street when I was there. If they don't have something to turn to when things get hard, and instead of making that right decision, that calming down and taking a step back and thinking about whatever it is that's causing them problems, issues at the time, they making an impulsive decision to go join a gang. And it's not just one thing that causes that. Mainly, most of the time, it's the lack of family, it's the lack of having an older sibling that's a good role model. Like in my case, my sister was into drugs, was into gangs, was into all that stuff when she came into my life in the picture at the age of 10. And it was quite interesting because before that, I was raised as a Mormon and a cowboy, pretty much country music, old rock, 90s, jazz maybe. My dad didn't really listen to that. My mom did sometimes. That type of stuff. No rap, no hardcore rock. My sister comes in the picture and she's all about that. It's quite interesting. And it led me down to going that direction. And I almost did a lot of things that messed my life up. I started acting, like I was part of gangs. I was trying to be cool, trying to be, a rapper, freestyling, doing things of that nature. So I was outlashing a lot of um, with my sister doing drugs and my dad not being the most open person when it came to life, causing me to make stupid. And my dad was very, very against rap to the point to where he would take Eminem, Linkin, uh, anything besides. So I kind of started the skinny jeans fad way back in, was this '05, '04. But that's a different story. So we can go back into this Tech 9 day. Interscope Records. Let's do the Wikipedia. Let's really look into this. Maybe I should make the screen bigger, so you guys can read it too. Aaron Dantes, better known with his state, is an American. In 1999, he had partnered with Travis Ogian, founded the record label Strange Music. See, what my thought was is that he was signed to a label. Independence labels. Labs. And then he took that and went and started his own. But from the impression I'm getting from this Wikipedia and looking at it, it just seems like he's been independent the whole time. Which backs my statement. You can do it independently. You just um you gotta move people. You gotta be passionate. You gotta be knowledgeable about how to do things that without them you wouldn't be able to get done. A lot of promoting, putting posters out, getting people to share your music, to comment on it, to engage on it, to like it, is just that. Is getting them to support, to believe into what you are doing as an artist, as a person, as a brand, as a business. Um, yeah, so okay, so he did have a deal, but then he cut ties, retain the rights under a 50-50 music and MSC. Huh. So with Strange Music and MSC, he partnered with another label. Probably a label that had good backing, funding wise, to do promotions. And promotions are interesting. You can go down a path and end up making the wrong choice with that too. And looking for attention, somebody to take you serious, respectful, and you think views, plays, things of that nature are going to get it. Most of the time, your work ethic, your being at it every day, consistent, I'm going to do this no matter what, you might as well support me kind of drive, it's going to be 10 times better. I found, I don't know, but there also seems to be like a lot of artists out there that have used it and utilized it correctly and then expand upon doing that. I can't say either way. I don't know. You know, AI bots. Um, there's different programs you can write code wise. You can download, pay a subscription to monthly. I don't know. It's interesting. I've dived into it, tested it, just because I wanted to see what it was about, and I do that with a lot of things. I'll be honest, as an artist, like I'm saying in this video, a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that I've done in life as a musician, as an artist, as a human that I'm not proud of. But in the same instance, if I'm not willing to bring them out, if I'm not willing to say this is what I've done, but I've learned from it, there is no growth. There is no being a better person in life. Trying to get others to understand that rather than capitalize upon you and utilize your information rather than growing and saying, yo, this is what I do. Are you with it? Cool. If not, that's cool. And I can't say either way about any artist out there that I know that I've worked with that does this, that does that, because that's on them. I got my own opinion about it. It's like, I don't know. With this music, this is the best person that I am. Please pay attention to me, not other people competition wise. But as you learn, as you go, it is getting into the right people that are going to help you get your music out there, engage with it, getting a team, promotion team. And you got to do a lot of work, and you got to do a lot of shaking hands, getting out there, which I'm working on, trying to get better with my stomach issues, with my son being home, having autism, ADHD. It's hard, taking him out to anything that breaks his schedule. And then I have PTSD, anxiety, depression, probably a couple other things that just haven't been analyzed, but I work on them. I meditate. I do music. It's another thing in life. You got to find something creative to fight those negative, depressive. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm just going to do something impulsive, like I was saying in the beginning. Um, and I found a lot of creativity has to do with helping others through their life, through how you're um, processing, how you're output, whatever it is you're going through, dark times, struggles, depression, anxiety, whatever it is. And some of the best artwork, some of the best music pieces out there are done because people are in those states and they're dealing with whatever it is and expressing. That's the word I was searching for. um, yeah. So, with that being said, I want to talk about another topic, thing that I've been seeing all over YouTube. I find it quite interesting upon how everybody's looking at it. Um, it's the whole Brendan Schwab situation, and how ever since he had that issue with Tiger Belly, with what's his name, Bobby Lee, a lot of, well, and then the subreddit that are nothing about hating on him and looking for everything in life to put him down. He's having a hard time right now. And I don't know if there's anybody around him explaining him like, yo, bro, you need to like really just maybe take a step back from anything and everything that you're doing, except drinking situation, which I'm hearing a lot of speculation. And then there was one podcast where he was talking about drinking NyQuil just to get some sleep because he hasn't been able to sleep, so he downed a bottle of NyQuil. And that is, man, that is quite the scenario. And then you got the Mark Harley drama with it. It's very interesting. Oh, and then you got dude talking about he pees in the sink. Now, but the dude goes to the bathroom in the sink, and like half and half of people are saying that it's whatever, it's cool, like they've done it too. And half of people are like, yeah, no, that's not cool. Howie Mandel, including one of them, because in his Twitch, I guess before he was going on a podcast with him, they were mentioning about, yo, don't use the bathrooms because dude uses the sink to release his faculties. And it's just like, yeah, okay, like, I don't, it's just, when you're around a bunch of dudes, when I was in the military, you'd have dudes do that. And it's just like, yo, like, why? Well, because I didn't want to wait and you were using it. I just, you get people from all different types of society, all different types of economic classes, whatever you want to call it, high class, low class, medium class, rich, poor. Maybe they just weren't taught that you shouldn't do that because it's like where you wash food, the dishes. Not trying to have, I just, like, it's just not cool. And then more and more of the stuff that comes out about this dude that people are finding out that he's actually admitting, and then how bloated he looks. I forget what they mentioned that was because of. I believe it was drinking. Just you can see how like Santa Claus-ish he's looking. He's looking bloated. I find it quite interesting, this whole, how that downfall. Poppy Gringo wasn't really funny. Nobody liked it. Yet he still got, well, I don't know about now, but he had Rogan backing him until the whole Bobby Lee thing where he comes out and says that there's a bunch of information about Tiger Belly's crew being a part of starting the subreddit, talking all the crap about him. But, alright, well, my girl's home, so I gotta end the start of this podcast. But I did want to go into some things real quick about, like, what I'm trying to go into with the website. Hey, babe. You can say hi real quick. This is a on the spot, spur of the moment podcast anyway, episode 1. So this is the website, guys. lifeischaotic.com. Let me pull out my notepad, the notes that I've talked about. I've added to the website. Different items of merch. That would be different things I've added to the website. But freestyles, song ideas, promotional ideas for other artists. I want to start doing pages for artists. So if you're interested with that, we can work something out deal wise per week, every 2 weeks, monthly. Cause I got to keep the site running. And like I was saying in the beginning, I'm trying to do anything and everything to survive right now. My girl's injured. So yeah, hold on, bro. I'm gonna mute till my dog's done drinking water. Okay, sorry about that. I know it could be annoying in the background. He's silly. Every time I stream or go live freestyle, he starts doing something. But different ideas. If you want a page, if you want to sponsor, if you want to support the idea that I'm, putting forth with the music, with the website, like I said, it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about we. The whole concept of educating the youth that, they can turn to music instead of drugs, violence, gangs. But also in the community aspect of everybody, humanity. It's just, we all got to do better in this life about helping each other, pick each other up. A lot of people get forgotten about. You see a lot of homeless people on the street. And some of them, it's understandable. You got bad people out there. You got people that choose to do very, very wrong things. And for forgiveness is one thing, but actually letting them back in your life and stay with you, that's another. And mental health, not addressing it, not getting the help you need, not doing anything to cope with it, you might as well be asking for something to go wrong. You know, not everybody needs a therapist, a psychologist. Sometimes you just need a good friend. You need somebody that's been through it. You need a life coach, a mentor, um, in AA rehab. They call it a sponsor. Because it's somebody that's been through the same thing, that's gone through the steps, and they can guide you, help you get through it. We all need that. And I've seen me, myself, and other people get down because you just don't have anybody around you. And you get stuck in that cycle of like, why doesn't anybody care about me? When you could just easily reach out to other people and be like, yo, I care about you. Can you care about me? And a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, that's right. I do care about you too. So, with that, different weekly things in the vlog, things I stumble upon. I'm gonna start doing interviews with artists, with different people in life at different things, just insights to how they get by in life. What did they do to get there, successful wise? Um, Stay tuned for that. There's a lot of dope things I already have planned with a couple of dudes that I know that are pretty major and successful in what they do. Um, I'm gonna incorporate the story of me as a musician from the beginning, 2006, 2005, when I started getting the bite for it, the bug, freestyling, getting to know a lot of cats that now are pretty known from where I'm from, Fresno, California. I just took a big major break. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Um, I've always loved music. I've always played guitar. I've always been around it. I've had musicians as friends. But when it came to actually doing it, a lot of it was second guessing myself whether I should do it or whether I was good or not. And it took one of my boys back in 2017, 2016, say, stop messing around. You need to do it. Might have been 2015. I gotta go look back for that message when I posted that. my boy Hachi. We haven't talked in a while. We went through some things. I hope he's doing good though. Um, yeah, so just different insights to me as a musician, what I've done, different material, contextualize like what it means, why I've done this, why I've done that, because I've been pretty bad at that. Um, why I started this music, meeting Big Timer and Hercules, from me, myself, and Irene, the two kids in it, and how like at the age of 10 I had surgery on my chest and they came to the hospital to visit. It's a whole story about that. I've put that out a couple times writing it, but I'm gonna put it on the website as a writing piece, maybe edit it a little better, have my girl read it over. And then yeah, there's a lot of updates in this. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got through it all. If you did and you got to this point, really appreciate you. I hope you go check out the website, grab you some merch. I got a lot of dope um, songs, well, two right now on there, but a lot of dope shirts, sweaters, Elephant, because my brand is Elephant. We can go into that the next episode and what that's about. I'm gonna be doing this today as far as merch, more content material, different things that I can add to it. Um, I'm all for criticism, constructive criticism. Don't be a hater. You want to be a hater, it's most likely going to get ignored. But if you want to come with some positive aspectual type of stuff and say, yo, this is what I see, but this is how you could, um, we can talk. We can go into stuff. We can throw ideas. I'm all about positivity, growing, getting better. So much love. Peace out. It's Chaotic One. Life is chaotic.